And
But I was,
Amita, you remember when we went to Welcome Week at Baylor and we met the black lady that was the big counselor, Baylor interdisciplinary corps.
mhm.
I had a meeting with her and she's like, I thought you was a mama's boy. And I was so offended by that. I was like, how?
Well, and I had to be really careful tonight because a lot of people always tell me, I get told all the time, that they hope that they'll have the relationship that you and I have with their son. But I'm saying that to say we have a tight relationship to a certain degree. That this man cannot tell you that I've ever gotten in the mix of his marriage like that. I may have tipped over the line and not, how do I want to say it?
Purposely.
Not purposely, in an attempt to be helpful, but had to
Mm-hmm.
be told you're not being helpful. So I had to back off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But never have I been, like I say, I'm not running over nobody's house without being invited, or at least saying I'd like to come over. Is it okay if I can? I don't go in his house trying to tell his wife how to run their house. If I can give advice, okay, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? But we do have a good mother son relationship. I mean, but in my opinion, I think it's a healthy one.
Hmm.
You
I would
know,
say so too. And that's why even back then, and we had a different relationship back then. I think we're tighter now than we were
mm-hmm.
in
Oh, yeah.
2000, what was it, 4?
Mm-hmm.
So when she said that, I'm like, how, Sway?
Yeah.
We
Because
don't
I mean, it wasn't like I was always up there. It wasn't like they saw me, up there coming to visit you all the time. Hell, I barely came at all.
you
But
dropped me off and you came to graduation.
Some
pretty
people,
much.
some people just be saying crap just to be
Yeah.
saying it because
Well,
it sounded good to say it at the time.
Yeah.
and like I threw it in there, and it could go a whole lot longer. The conversation. Mother-in-laws get a bad rap out the gate. They get a bad rap out the gate, and some of them earn it. They're they deserve the title. They really, really do. But it's those who haven't done a thing, and just because you're the mother-in-law, people think bad of you
Yeah, you automatically get the rap and you have to work harder to
to
prove that
prove
you're
that
not,
you're not.
you
Yes,
know. But
exactly.
some people earn it, right? And
Hmm.
some people don't. And when you look at what we saw in the jump in the broom, she earned every bit of her bad rap.
Oh my gosh, she did. But like you say, you need to see the whole movie as well. Um, yeah, but it is what it is. And I mean, again, I think my son and I have a great relationship, but I know my roles. I know my boundaries. You know.
hmm And
Hmm.
the thing about it is, it's not to say that you never. You already said it, but it's not to say that you never tip over a line. But when I've said purposely, meaning it's a difference between I see that line right there and I'm about to step all over it, or
Mhm.
I was trying to be helpful, didn't realize that it wasn't that wasn't gonna
Mhm.
be received like that. Now that I realize it, backing off.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly. And guess
Same thing
what?
with the son. Like sometimes you may think that you're not tipping over the line, but when you recognize it, do you back off or not?
Mhm. And what son isn't going to want to make sure that his mother is okay, But I mean, cars and houses, okay, fine. You bought your mom a house and a car because we could afford it. But okay, you gonna put the maid in the house, you gonna put the gardener in the yard, you know, and where does the line get drawn? Where does it stop?
Mm.
You have to have those boundaries. It's a lot. But like I was gonna say earlier, I don't want that kind of relationship with my son. I want him to have a good, healthy relationship with his wife. That's gonna be one less concern and worry of mine, you know.
Man, that would be
But
weird.
I got a question
Yeah.
because I kind of hinted at this a little bit, but yeah, I didn't get to say it. I actually didn't hint at it because it was a lot of people talking, so I just had to back off. Athletes, entertainers, like everybody's talking about. Oh, when I make it big, I'm gonna go back and buy my mama a house. I'm gonna take care of my mama. That's normally, like I said, the mother is a single mother and never finds that husband that she needs to find to take the place of the son. But my question is, you know, is it okay to buy your mama a house and all that? But then, if it is okay, what is the boundary? What is now you're doing too much? Because you say your mama get the house, the car, the maid, the butler, the gardener, all of this. Where's the line?
well, I feel like yes, you can provide these things for your mom, but there should be an understanding in the beginning
Hmm.
that this don't go on and on and
Forever.
on and on. Like with
Mhm.
me, I mean, I still work. If you hit the lottery, that don't mean I get to stop working. I mean,
We won is what you're gonna say, right?
well,
Yeah.
and I
I
mean,
mean, hold on real quick, because it's just.
He said it doesn't mean
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't
right.
mean, but yeah,
like
but
you
Yeah,
most
automatically say, "Oh, my
likely,
son hit the lotto, we hit the lotto."
and I'm not saying that if he offered, to pay off my house, I'm gonna say, "Oh no, baby, don't do that." No, that's not what I'm saying.
Come on, say that, say that.
But it's
Oh,
about the expectations. I don't,
yes.
I can't expect him to do anything for me at this point. And like I say, that was my goal from day one, for you to become a success by whatever that may mean to you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be successful in what you do. I want you to be successful in your relationships with your wife, your children. That's my goal from day one. I'm not handicapped. We ain't seen nobody that was handicapped in a wheelchair, wasn't capable of going out and working. I want my own life.
Mhm.
I don't want to be up under you, your wife, and your children.
Right.
and you
That's why I said
see,
it's unhealthy. Mentally, it's just we not there. The people that have those type of relationships is something wrong up there.
Yeah.
It is.
we brought out a lot of good points with the Oedipus,
Mm-hmm.
the different family. What was it called? Covert.
Covert incest.
Yeah, like those. I hope people paid attention to those. Were some good points. Like we could have went even further on those things. But you see how because those boundaries aren't drawn, you messing up the relationship with somebody else. You can probably understand if you unpackage it why these women are still single
Mm-hmm.
because they put the man that would want to be with them in a position like Vin Rames was in. It may not always be that extreme,
Mm-hmm.
but it get awkward. And let's remember they don't know about other people don't know about it. So let me know if I can speak on it. But some people get intimidated by the sun. Can I speak on that? You know what I'm talking about?
I think you got us all. The son.
Yeah. When a man is interested in a woman, but they're intimidated by her son.
Oh, are
I,
you speaking
I
directly to
understand what
me?
you're talking
Yes, I
about.
said. Can I speak on that, Amita?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying somebody was interested in your mom, but they was intimidated by you. Shame on you, boy. You better stop.
He ran him off, y'all. He ran him off.
Bro, what's wrong with you, man?
Mm.
Mama gotta have a life too. God.
But
But I
but you,
wasn't trying to run him off.
But and that's not your problem though. That's his problem.
I
Like
agree.
that's
Like,
something internally with him that he felt like, oh, I can't do this or I can't live up to this standard because of him. That's all in him.
that was an excuse.
There you go.
That was an excuse because if you were the man that was for me,
Yeah,
as Anaya and
it
nobody
don't
else
matter.
could have ran you off.
Absolutely.
And for me, my hope is that a good man shows up and can be the best thing for my mother.
Hmm.
Now, because I want a good man, now I will try to get in the way of some dude that ain't no good, and
Hmm.
hopefully in a way that ain't wrong, if you will. Mama, that's not the guy for you because look at this, and that. But at the end of the day, she got to make her own decisions. I'm gonna do my best to influence, just like she would do that for me. I mean, I guess the roles kind of reverse, maybe at
They
some
can.
point, to where
Yes.
you will be protective of your mother or your father, the same way that a mother or father would be protective of their child.
Right. Yeah. I got a question. So like, because I wanted to bring this up too when it comes to the respect aspect of it. Who should ride in the front seat of the car? The mother or the wife?
The
Like
mother is
if
getting in the back seat quick.
mother's getting in the back seat quick.
Unless you got two children back there that the mama need to be taken care of.
Now,
I
now,
rode
to
in the
that
front
point,
seat, but not
that's been us.
right. I've ridden in the front seat, but not because that was my spot.
Hmm.
And I've also ridden in the back seat with the two children and the bottle and the diapers and the
So,
Cheerio crumbs and all of that.
man, excuse me, that should have actually been. Maybe that should be a topic. Who should ride in the front seat? Maybe it should have been maybe not a topic, but I'm
Yeah,
just
We
saying
can come back to this
that's a good.
topic.
Shotgun.
But what you're saying to me, go ahead. But now I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going. It's kind of like I would like my mother to be in the front seat because of maybe an old age, but I
How
understand
old
that
is your mama?
my mother is like I think she's pushing 70.
Well, you got to realize though, y'all. My mother is the youngest of 11,
Mm-hmm.
so
But I'm still
I
old.
got cousins
That are
my
old.
age that have a mother old enough to be my mother's mother.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
Well,
that's why I
I
asked the question like that.
But still, I would
I
still say I would like go ahead and let my mother get up in the front seat. But if you were just big on it, if my wife was and she was like, nah, your mama can get in the back seat. I'm not gonna fight really like that because really it's my wife's seat when it's all said and done.
but it becomes an issue of why is your mother in the front seat? Your mother is older, she's there for comfortability, not because she thinks that's her place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes a
and maybe
difference.
the wife
Yeah.
offered up the seat. Oh, go ahead, you can sit up front.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if it come down to it, you gotta like there's a psychology behind who's sitting next to the husband.
Hmm.
So when you sitting in the front and the expectation is daddy driving, husband driving, then the wife is over there and your hand across the armrest and y'all holding hands or something.
Hmm.
You and the wife, not the
Yeah,
mama, right?
you and the wife.
Yeah.
But Kevin Durant and his mama might be holding hands with the kiss.
They didn't look right. And I'm like, who wants to kiss a man in the mouth that have a woman?
Facts. But I asked that
I held
question.
back on that one. I kept that one to myself. I'm like, my son has a wife. Why would I want to kiss him in the mouth?
Well, Kevin
Right.
Durant don't have a wife, but he do be messing with strippers.
Man. But yeah, I
Well,
asked
he
that
probably
question though
messing with a
because it
whole bunch of
was
stuff.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, I just asked that question because I posted a video in a private chat, and I saw this a while ago, and it's like that's an interesting situation, to figure out, okay, who's supposed to get the front seat in this situation where the mother is demanding to be in the front, like she is
Oh
like,
no.
Oh, I
this
know
my
what video
spot.
this is.
And then the wife is upset because it's like, I'm always in the back. You know what I mean? So that puts the brother in an awkward situation.
This
Like,
guy.
what does he do? Look, so watch this.
Yeah, this
I would go with my wife because I got laid out with my wife.
I can't. Oh, there we go.
You going to the back, right? No, absolutely not. Why? What are you talking about? I'm your wife. Are you serious right now? Okay, we gotta keep having these type of conversations. Every time I link up with your mother, it's always a problem. I'm in his life now, so why are you still here? I'm always gonna.
and look at the mama. That's wrong.
Let me go first after the video. I want to go first.
Listen.
He can't feel no, but every time she's around you, good job. Stop being a mama's boy.
I love you and I love her. I love both of y'all.
Go to the back.
Hey,
I love both of y'all equally. Y'all on the same pedestal. Well, my mama a little bit more. That's why she's right.
I probably would have told him, well, you just go sleep with your mama tonight, okay? When it's time to get in the bed, put your mama in my spot, okay?
First, let me ask: is that a skit? Number one, is that a skit? Like,
I don't know if it is or not. It could be. It definitely could be.
You never know with this.
well, then, okay, whether it's a skit or not, I think that it's history going on behind that.
Definitely.
It's not like this is not kind of like a one-time deal. You can tell there's something else even outside of like the car thing. They going through some issues, mother and wife, like some serious issues.
Mm-hmm.
She said it. She said, I always have to sit in the back.
Exactly.
And then she said, every time I make up with your mama, it's always some.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, there is something. But did you see the look on the mama's face?
Yeah,
It's
she was entitled. She said
that, and she was instigating. She was doing the crap on purpose
mm-hmm.
to set the wife off. Like, look, I get the final say. You ain't nobody.
Why
That's not right.
That?
And I'm gonna tell you, it's just like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a conversation with a friend about a friend and the lifestyles they're living. Mm-hmm. One is living this lifestyle of, you got a man over here, you got a man over here. The other one doesn't agree with it, but she hangs out with whichever man she's with. Well, when you do that, you're saying you condone what that person is doing. It's okay. You might not, but that's what it looks like. And then the question becomes, you're a woman and you're over here going and being with some other woman's man. Put yourself in that woman's position, that man's real woman's place. Put yourself there. As a woman, that mother needs to put herself in the place of that young woman that's her son's wife. Would you allow your mother-in-law to treat you like that?
Right.
Do you think it would be right then? No, we have a different set of rules for everybody else than we have for ourselves. That woman wouldn't have put up with that from her mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And it goes back to, treat people the way you want to be treated. If I'm a woman, I don't want to be the other woman, because what is it like? What is it going to be like when you're the wife sitting at home while your husband out running around with another woman? We don't think about that.
Right.
Same thing in this case scenario. What would that look like if you was the woman on the outside of that car fussing at your husband's mother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We definitely don't put ourselves in other people's shoes to kind of see how would you react in that situation, or would you approve of that situation if the shoe was on the other foot?
Exactly.
And I also agree with Benaya as well. It's like you could tell there was history there. You could
Mm-hmm.
tell that that was just a boiling point, where she was like, okay, nah, I'm tired of this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to say something, and the way the mother showed up, she you could tell that that's just her spirit. Her spirit
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, this is where I'm sitting at. This is my son. You ain't gonna take nobody place. I'm gonna sit right where I'm sitting at. So that was interesting because it definitely put the brother in an awkward situation. If
And he
that
was
was
a
the case, yeah, that was weak of him to say, hey, no, this my mother. I haven't seen her in a long time, yada 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 yada. Nah, like your mother's wrong. Like you gotta make sure that you respect your wife as well, because you about to lose your relationship. It's about to be over for you
Yeah.
based
like
off of the fact that you now, are giving your mother more reverence and putting her on this pedestal, and your wife's down here. But also, just let's just say if it was a normal situation, right? Let's just say there's no history, so on and so forth, like we were talking about before. What's the right thing to do for that brother? Should he let his wife sit in the front, or should he let his mother sit in the front? Benaiah said, he would let his mother sit in the front because of the age and that sort of thing, which is understandable. But from my point of view, I think if it's a healthy relationship, respect should be on both sides. Like I don't think there should be like, oh, my wife's sitting in the front and that's it. Like whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? And for
Right. Yeah.
like my wife, I would expect for her to have respect for my mother to say, "Oh, you can sit in the front. There's no worries." You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Like
mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be no, either I'm sitting in the front or
Mhm.
and you sitting in the back. It's just whatever happens happens in a healthy relationship. What do
Well,
you
And
that
that's where I think, and that's kind of like where I stand at. And I think that's how I was trying to bring it out like that. But you just brung it out just nice. But yeah, that's what I was really trying to say.
yeah, the key word was healthy relationship. In a healthy relationship, that wouldn't even be an issue. I
Right.
mean, depending on what day of the week it was, where we were going, what the weather was like, or whatever, either one of us could have been in the front seat,
Right.
Right, right. Yep.
and
We should
and
have
it
played
not
that.
be a problem.
We should have played that clip. That would have been a good clip to really. I
We
know.
don't
We have so
we
many.
don't have time for the clips we played. Like
Yeah.
for some reason, every time I decide to look at the time, it's always a quarter till.
Quarter to
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? It seemed like 5 minutes in, 45 minutes are gone.
Yeah.
This
It
time
be
we did a
going by
lot
fast.
better. Mama's boy. This can lead to things such as grown man letting his mom make decisions for him. I think that's what we saw in that video. She made the decision who was sitting in the front, and he didn't.
Absolutely.
As we read on, it says, despite the fact that he's old enough to make decisions for himself, he also lets his mom order him around with no disapproval. So he had no disapproval of what was being said.
Mm-hmm.
This can have a bad effect on relationships and can be the driving force to breaking up, as his girlfriend can grow tired of him letting his mother control his life. That's
Yep.
what
Mhm.
we saw right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because that's what I was gonna say. He was a wimp. He couldn't even stand up to his mama.
At all. And she knew it. She wasn't scared. She wasn't intimidated whatsoever. She just sat up there on her throne.
She knew she had the power.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh
Man.
goodness.
Well,
It used to look like this.
oh
Oh
good
my
lord!
gosh.
The next time I see you, I'm gonna smack you right on the lip. And I'm serious. I can't tell you the last time. He probably was a toddler that
Right.
I actually touched his lips with my lips. Like I say, and
You be letting the Marison aside kiss me on the lips.
y'all took it there.
Right.
Like I said, I wouldn't even kiss a 10-year-old like that, because that's at a stage in their lives where, the hormones are jumping, and,
Yeah.
it could very easily turn into something sexual unintentionally.
Right.
But I mean, a lot of times we don't have, especially as a child, we don't have control over those emotions and feelings and stuff. That's not healthy. And I'm looking at that man and that woman, and I'm like, oh, every picture was like that. Like they was looking into each other.
And here's what's kind of getting me about it. Y'all out in the world, right? She's not married. And
He ain't even got a girlfriend.
Okay, so obviously I guarantee both of y'all are doing something outside, whatever. You're putting your lips somewhere where I don't know where whatever. And then you come in and then you kissing
Each other.
It's almost like I don't know where your mom's lips been. I don't know where your son's been.
Right.
It's like it's like that. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's weird.
Yeah, that was a good one. All of them have been good, you know.